Oh yeah, you already know what time it is. You already know what's going on. I am your host, Cam Silver,
I am your co-host Kyle Silver.
and welcome back to another episode of the Silver Boys Podcast. Man, Kyle,
News, baby, news.
once I thought we were in the clear, just to, get through the NFL. Then after that, we could have an extensive, talk about college, but man, the NFL just does not let up.
NFL don't stop whatsoever, man. I thought the same thing. I thought it was gonna be a nice, easy transition into college football and whatnot. That was just gonna have a nice, lengthy podcast about it. But nah, NFL, they understand. They know. Got to keep the news rolling.
Always, always. Before we get to the breaking news, let's get to like some other stuff that has happened beforehand. So, the Commanders, they were able to trade Brian Robinson Jr. to the 49ers for a 2026 sixth-round pick. That's good for the 49ers because they needed some help in the backfield to back up C-Mac. Joe Mixon will miss at least the first four games due to an ankle injury, which is pretty big. Moves Nick Chubb up to that starting spot. So, we'll see how that will affect that team. Amari Cooper returns to the Raiders on a one-year deal. That would be pretty cool. He's going to be back there with Geno Smith, Ashton Genty, going to have Brock Bowers with him. So I like that move for him.
Yeah. Mhm.
Falcons will miss their right tackle, Kayla McGarry, for the season. That's actually pretty big because he actually protects Michael Penix's blind side. And McGarry just signed an extension this offseason.
Okay.
So that's huge. Panthers were able to trade Adam Thielen back to the Vikings. The Vikings get Thielen, a conditional 2026 seventh round pick and the 2027 fifth round pick. And the Panthers get a 2026 fifth round pick and a 2027 fourth round pick. So pretty good right there. Also, with the fact that Jordan Addison will miss, I think, the first three games
Mhm.
due to the personal conduct policy that he violated. Speaking of conduct violations, Rashid Rice going to be suspended for the first six games for violating the league's personal conduct policy with his car crash that he was in last off season.
Mhm.
And then a big trade. The Browns they traded Kenny Pickett to the Raiders for a fifth round pick. The Raiders needed another backup with Aiden O'Connell going down, fracturing his wrist in the preseason finale. He's going to be out for about 6 to 8 weeks, so that's pretty
Mhm.
good for Kenny Pickett to back up Geno Smith. Also, just in a brand new environment in Las Vegas, but going to be very interesting to see how Cleveland maneuvers with this, with Joe Flacco being the starter, and then you have Dylan Gabriel at quarterback two and
Two.
Shador Sanders at number three. So yeah, that's if with everything else going on, that's like now that went from a big story to like a micro story.
No, which is so wild because of the fact that, like you just said, that was something that we kept talking about, and I'm honestly just glad Shador didn't get cut or didn't get traded.
Right.
I'm glad QB3. That just means he gotta abide by his time a little bit longer. You feel me?
Yeah, yeah.
He
He has a
he gotta do his bid real quick for a second, and then he gonna get in there. It's okay.
yeah. He has some things to work on. We all seen it, especially in that last preseason
Yeah.
game. That's a-okay, like
Hmm.
he was drafted in the fifth, it was the fifth round for a reason, right? So,
Yeah. Exactly.
but it's all right though. Like,
He
he's
gonna get some PT. I don't see how he doesn't, man.
yeah,
Unless Dylan Gabriel, Joe Flacco takes off or Dylan Gabriel takes off in the event Joe Flacco,
yeah,
can't hold the squad down. So we got to see, but I think we'll be able to see that by like week 6, week 7. Like
yeah.
I feel
So
like we'll understand and we'll know how that team is gonna maneuver through the rest of the season. The next 10 games after week 7.
right, and it's also not a bad thing for him if he has to sit out the whole year. So.
Honestly, yeah, I agree with what you just said. Yeah, I
Yeah,
agree.
yeah, because he still has no, like I said, he is it's a learning curve for him, so he still has a lot to learn
Hmm.
coming up into the big leagues. But yeah, man. So some extensions were finally handed out as a Terry
Hmm.
McLaurin and the Commanders reached an agreement on a 3-year deal worth up to 96 million. So I know Jaden Daniels is very happy in the rest of Commanders Nation.
I mean, how can you not be happy? That was probably the one overhanging cloud. You feel me?
Yeah,
Not signing Scary Terry or just having, that thought that you might lose him, especially when they got Debo Samuel. You know what I mean? And that new guy. And you have Jaden Daniels as well too. Um, it's important that Scary Terry got signed and for the right amount of money to him as well too, because Scary Terry like is we call him Scary Terry for a reason, you know.
right.
So, I'm glad Jaden Daniels got that guy like back with him, most definitely. Just more of a cushion than anything else.
Yeah, yeah,
Hmm.
big time. Big, he's one of the best receivers in the game. So why would you not pay him?
Hmm.
Glad that they did. Trey Hendrickson reached an agreement with the Bengals, a $14 million raise for just 1 year, boosting his salary up to 30 million. He's scheduled to be an unrestricted free agent after this season still, but he is going to be the sixth highest paid edge rusher now, probably actually. I did this before the this other deal that we're going to talk about in a little bit. So he's probably now seventh right now, but yeah, that's big for the Bengals. Obviously, I don't think it changes them drastically, but I think it does help and boost the morale of that team.
Boost morale, buffer that defense a little bit, provide a stopgap, to be quite honest, in terms of just what this year can provide and what they're expected of this year. I don't think people are going to be so hard on him with Trey Hendrickson there.
Mhm.
I think they'll lean up just they'll be a little lenient, just a tiny, 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 tiny bit more. you know,
Yeah, no,
um,
we're like I said, for the most part, we're not asking the Bengals to be, a top 10
just
defense.
don't give up 40 points a game.
Exactly. They just need to be like in the middle of the pack of a defense, like it's okay to be, 14th, 15th, 16th best. It's okay to be that because they have a high-powered offense that could carry them for the most part. They just need the defense just to help them out and get important stops when they need to get them.
And that's the only thing that really matters, and the only thing that counts. Getting stops when you need to get stops, and I do hope that a guy like Hendrickson can light a spark under that team.
Yeah,
If anything else, light a spark on that defensive end is going to be the most important thing.
correct. Correct. Plus they need to get off to fast start, so
I know, right? By week 4, we'll know how this Bengal team about to do.
exactly. Going to the Ravens, staying in the AFC North, going to the Ravens, Kyle Hamilton signs a 4 year, $100.4 million extension, which is the largest for a safety in NFL history, with 82 million fully guaranteed. He will be making 25.1 million per year, which is the highest for a safety in the NFL.
Nice, nice. Hey, keep that Ravens defense coming, baby. I'll take that all day, every day. I'll
Yeah,
take it.
that he's a crucial piece that he's like a chess piece that they could just maneuver and they could just move around all over that defense. You could have him in a safety, you could have him as a corner, you could have him as a linebacker. They have him sometimes as an edge rusher. Like he literally plays everywhere on defense. So
Mm.
well deserved, and Baltimore is one of those teams. They do it right. Baltimore does it right. Philly does it right. They sign their guys early because they know that they have other deals coming in on the back end. Like Lamar is going to be due for a deal pretty soon. I
Zay
think Jay
Flowers.
Flowers is going to be due for one. I think one of their offensive linemen is going to be due for one pretty soon too. So
Mm.
they do it right. Get in front of the curve early. Make sure that you keep your team intact so that you can keep that window open as long as possible.
Yes, and we know that that window, could be closing on them. So it's important that you keep it open for as long as possible because they're 1 or 2 games away just from being champs. Let's just be quite honest and not shooting themselves in the foot. They're 1 game away, like for
And
real.
think about it, but that's been like that for the past
It's been that like
three or
that
four
for too
years.
long now.
Yeah, that's the problem. And it's like we could keep re-signing these guys, but it's like, all right, like eventually we're just gonna have to get over the hump because if not, then guess what? You're gonna have to blow up the team.
And that's the last thing I think any Baltimore Ravens fan wants to see is that
Exactly.
team just get blown up and restarted like a Bengals team, like kind of almost like
Basically.
because that's how. Because let's just think about it. The Bengals was just in the off, in the big game a couple years ago.
Yeah.
So and then now look at them. You like, you know.
Yeah, yeah. And like I said, when they went to the big game, they had a top offense in the middle of the pack defense.
Oh, we asking is you for to be the middle of
That's
the pack, dog.
exactly, exactly.
Just don't give up no more than like 25 points.
But the frustrating thing with the Ravens is that they have a high octane offense and a pretty high octane defense, and they still can't get it done. That's the most frustrating part, and that's the reason why it almost worries me if they don't make it, in these next 2 years. Because then what?
No, because then becomes a question about re-signing Lamar and whatnot.
Yeah,
They're just the question marks would be around that, and
yeah,
there shouldn't be question marks. But I mean, at the end of the day, you got business is business, and you got to get it done.
yeah,
I
yeah.
mean,
To totally right, totally right. But let's get to the breaking news.
go ahead, go go ahead.
The breaking news: the Cowboys decided to trade Micah Parsons to the Packers. The Cowboys will get two first round picks in the 2026 and 2027 drafts. Those will more likely be late round picks, by the way. And they get defensive tackle Kenny Clark. Kenny
Damn.
Clark is a 10-year veteran. I believe he's a four-time Pro Bowler, someone who can stop the run, someone who could help this team stop the run, which is what they need desperately.
Mhm.
And even Jerry Jones even pointed that out as well. I'll read off some of the quotes that Jerry Jones had later, but Parsons is one of two NFL players to have at least 12 sacks in each of the first four seasons. Kyle, do you know who the other one was?
Um, 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 uh, no. This name is on the tip of my tongue, but I can't remember right now. Tell me.
Reggie White.
Reggie White. Oh, wow.
Everybody
Okay.
knows Reggie White,
Damn.
the minister of defense right there.
Yo, oh God. Oh, yes.
So that
Yes.
right there already lets you know Micah's trajectory is literally in a gold jacket. So I think that's probably the most frustrating thing for Cowboy fans. But on top of that, Michael also signs with the Packers 4 years, 188 million, making him the highest non-paid quarterback in history. 120 of that is guaranteed, by the way.
He getting paid. He got his money. I'm so happy for him, boy. I'm so happy he got his money. Get him out of Dallas. Just get him out the NFC. Get him out the NFC East. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. I don't got to see him twice no more. I might not even have to see him at all this season.
I
Ain't
don't
that
think,
great?
yeah, I don't think you do. I don't think you guys play Green Bay this season, unless you guys were to make the playoffs, and then you might see him. But
Well, okay. I mean, I'll take that chance when the chance comes. Let's get let me celebrate for a second, okay? Let me
I'll
celebrate.
let you have your moment. Have your moment.
Boy, oh boy, I ain't never been so happy to see a trade in my life. I was in the middle of work, Cameron, in the
Me
middle of
too.
work, and
Me
I
too.
looked over at the phone and I said, "Nah, this got to be a lie. There's got to be a lie." Woke up. I mean, I even woke up, picked the phone up, and it was to see how much he got paid though too, and making him the highest paid non-quarterback player right now is number one well deserved because we all know what that boy could do, and when he has that opportunity and he's not injured, and that Packers defense
Scary,
is solid already.
scary.
And then you had a guy like that.
And think about it from a lot of people, from the Packers standpoint, even before Micah, they thought that they were, approaching, they were in like a Super Bowl winning type of scenario. Now with
Exactly.
the addition of Micah, now it's almost like, all right, you got what you need, go get it.
Go get it now. Go get it now. I mean, I can do nothing but agree with you because that puts the Packers in a better position than they already were, and how their expectations now kind of just shot up a little bit.
Big time.
Um, because like you just said, they were definitely, a couple plays away from almost beating Philly,
Yeah, yeah.
you know?
If they were able to get their offense going,
Yeah.
then yeah, they could have gave Philly a bigger scare than they already did.
Or even if that defense was able to be able to, get a couple more stops, and then that's what you have Micah here for now. You get a couple more stops in crucial moments. You don't even have to rely on your offense like that, dude.
Yes.
You
Yeah,
don't have to. You don't have to rely on Jordan Love to make those mistakes. As still, I consider a young quarterback, like a very young quarterback. You know what I'm saying?
big time, yeah.
He ain't no middle of the pack QB over here. Like he's his trajectory is going like this too. I wholeheartedly believe. Um, damn the Packers, man. Damn.
That's crazy. That's a scary team right now. That is a scary team right now. And uh Michael Parsons is literally making 47 million a year right now.
Yeah, those are QB numbers. Those are supposed to be QB numbers.
That's oh goodness, that's far. That's the next highest paid other than that is TJ Watt at 41.
Oh my God. $6 million more is crazy work. How is that even I mean, at the end of the day, yo, like he went where his value was worth it.
Yeah.
And you can't blame the Packers for seeing that. And I'm not gonna blame Micah for leaving. I'm damn sure not gonna blame Micah for leaving. Get him out of that. Get him out of the purgatory that is Dallas. Okay. Did you see the video? Hold on. Please tell me you've seen the video of the man throwing the Cowboys flag in the bush. You
Yeah.
gotta see, yo. That's what I love to see. I'm so happy. Let's go. Let's go.
This is gonna be crazy. This is gonna be
Mhm.
crazy. And then looking at it from Dallas's side, just reading off some of the quotes that Jerry Jones has said, in his press conference afterwards, he said, "Don't rule out the possibility of making trading these two first round picks for more talent. Basically saying those draft picks could get us a top Pro Bowl player or top Pro Bowl players,
Yeah.
which he's right about that.
Hmm.
He also said this gives us a chance to be a better team than we've had in the last several years. You never know. And then he said we did think it was in the best interest of our organization. We gained a Pro Bowl player in the area we had concerns in which they did. What's his face? Damn, I'm forgetting. Kenny Clark is, like I said, he's a 10-year vet. I think he's a five-time Pro Bowler. He's someone who could stop the run, someone who did very well with the Packers, and I believe he will do well with this Cowboys team. But the Cowboys still have a lot more work to do, especially on that defensive side. They still need to get better cornerbacks. They still need to get better. They need edge rushers now. You can stop the run,
You
you
can
can't,
stop the
but now
run,
you
but do
can't
you
get
have
to
an edge
the
rusher?
now you can't get to the quarterback. Oh my.
Now look, they about to have Jalen Hurts just running for 300 yards. I'm telling you, dude. Like, come on. In case can't nobody get to the quarterback, but I bet you they'd be able to stop Saquon, right? Come on, come on.
You give with one and you take with the other. That's all you did, Jerry. That's
Hey,
all you did.
they always say in negotiations, the best deal is when both sides feel that they got mollywopped. I
Yes.
think Dallas,
I
yeah,
think
okay,
only
fine,
Dallas.
fine, fine. They could stop the run. Big, big whoop, big whoop, big whoop. They couldn't stop a cold from coming. Okay, and I wholeheartedly believe that, relying on Dak and CD and them. I'm good. Big whoop. I think only Dallas got mollywopped here. I really wholeheartedly believe that.
Yeah, that's what it looks like. They only give think about it. From what Adam Schefter said, other teams were calling in like we could have gave up more for that.
Nah, for real
Because
though.
guess what? The other Dallas team and the Dallas Mavericks, they said the same thing when they gave Luca to the Lakers. We could have gave him more for that. And now I'm very interested to hear to see what maybe Baltimore would have gave up. What if Buffalo would have gave up?
Buffalo, dude.
Los Angeles Rams, what would they would have given up? Because they had a lot of young players. They,
Because then, like, you could have asked for a dude like a Puka or something, like, you
yeah,
feel me, to
like,
buffer that offense a little bit.
it,
I don't really know. I don't know.
think about like I'm just randomly thinking because we also don't know who else may have put the hat in the ring. But think about this though. What if the Rams called up and said, "Hey, we'll give you Jared Verse give you Jared Verse and a couple picks for Michael Parsons." You know what I mean? Like Jared Verse is tough.
Yeah, yeah, that boy's good.
He's nice. He was good as a rookie, and I expect him to elevate this year in his second year. So like it's stuff like that, but I understand where they were coming from as an organization. Last year they were literally last in stopping the run.
Mm.
So, that was an area of concern. Okay, cool. Gotta do that. But like I said, you give it one and you take with the other. You could stop the run, but how are you gonna do with the pass rush? Now it feels like every quarterback back there is probably just gonna be sitting back there chilling.
They about to, they about to have
Let's
5. Jaden Daniels about to have
I,
6 seconds worth of
I,
worth of time in the
I wouldn't
pocket.
I wouldn't be surprised if we see both Jalen Daniels and Jalen Hurts throw for over like 200 something yards and rush for over like 75 to 100 yards at that point. Like it
Yo, please, yo. I think that would be actually really funny because then we're gonna look at Jerry and be like, "Well, sir,
Reals.
well, the billionaire man that you are just got robbed. You got robbed, dude. And I
I,
don't care what no, you got robbed."
I tell you this one thing, something that my dad said, because I was telling him that I've been watching the documentary that they put
Mm-hmm.
out on Netflix.
Okay.
Jerry Jones wants to be everything. He wants to be the owner, the GM, the head coach. He wants to be it all, the scout, everything. He wants to be it all. This right here showed us that he truly wants to be it all.
And it's like he don't even get like he's spreading himself so thin probably. Like you know what I mean? Because if you put in focus on multiple different tasks, you only giving 60 to 70% to that task. You ain't giving your full 100 by consolidating it
Yeah.
and compartmentalizing it. You know what I'm saying?
And then also another thing, in that press conference, it was Jerry and it was his son Steven. Who I really want to hear from is Coach Brian Schottenheimer.
I would love to hear from Coach.
I want a press conference from
I don't
Coach.
think I've heard from Coach in a couple months since he got signed, dog.
No, he's been talking
He
a
been
lot.
around.
He's been talking a lot because
Okay, all right,
he's had
okay.
the answer for Micah Parsons and that
Obviously,
he's been
yeah.
doing in practice and laying on the medical table and all that.
Yo,
So like he's
laying on the
had to.
medical table, he knew he was gone,
Oh
dude.
yeah, for sure. But like he knew, like Brian Schottenheimer, he's been around, and then they've been asking him like, "How do you plan if you don't have Michael?" And then he's like, "Oh, we've been planning to have him, and this, that, and the third." And now it's like, all right, well, now how
What's
are you
Plan
really
B?
going to plan without Micah?
What is Plan B here? What's Plan B, C, D, and E? Honestly,
Like if
tell me it all.
if I'm Schottenheimer, if I'm the defensive coordinator, and I think it's not Matt Nagy, it's the I think it's Eberflus from
Eberflus
from
from
Chicago.
Chicago.
Yep.
All right. Okay.
Like now, I want to hear from them. I want to hear from the coach. I want to hear from the defensive coordinator. I want to hear from the D-line coach. Like what are we doing here? We're 1 week away from going up to Philly with Philly putting up that banner.
You about to get Molly? Why, boy? I'm telling you, it's about to be so scary.
They might be chopped if the Eagles are coming in the way that they've been coming in, saying, they only celebrated that ring that one night when they got it, and then
And
after
they
that
just
they
got
back
right
to
back to
business,
work.
then they're in trouble. And what you said last week was right. This really could be a team that's in fourth place in the division.
I said,
Now it's coming into full. I was hesitant on it because I'm like, all right, if even if they were to get Micah and he doesn't sign a deal, then that still gives them a chance. But now it's like, all right, your defense,
fact that
bro.
I have more faith in my Giants right now, first of all, says a lot.
Yeah,
That says a lot because the Giants have been real bad, Cameron,
but
really bad.
it shows how much work that they have been putting in, though.
And work that Dallas just ain't putting in because they getting complacent. I want to know how Dak wants to speak about it, how Dak feels about losing a guy like Micah, how does CD feel about like losing a guy like Micah.
They didn't say anything, but I know that they posted some emojis and they were not too thrilled. I'll put it to you like that.
I would have got on my knees and begged to God. I hope it was a joke if I was on Dallas.
Saying it refreshing. Please. Oh no, another
Yo,
one.
NBA Centel, please. Is it? Come on, come on, come on. Not NBA Central, NBA Centel. Okay.
Hey,
Yo.
look, man, the oh my goodness. Next week is gonna be crazy. When
Yo,
we
we're
come back on
right
here,
here.
when we come
Yo,
back
we're
on here,
here. We're here.
when we come back on here after that game, it's going to be a problem. If something crazy happens,
I actually like I have nothing but goosebumps right now.
it's going to be a problem. But man, NFL season is literally right down the street and around the corner. Be
A
ready.
hop, skip, and a jump, son.
Be ready.
Yes, yes.
Um, man, now this is the first official weekend of college football.
Hmm.
I'll start off locally with Rutgers. Rutgers was able to beat Ohio in a very close one, a little too close for for me, 34-31 against Ohio. Not Ohio State, Ohio
Ohio.
University.
Nah, yeah, I was just about to ask, was that Ohio State Cam or just
No,
regular, just
no.
Ohio?
They see Ohio State the second to last week of the season. That's all you need to know. That's all we'll talk about for right now at this point.
Oh,
But
we'll
yes,
get to that when we get to that.
offensively, they look all right. They look pretty good. They look like they can score. Defensively, though, they can't stop anybody. They can't stop anybody. You give 31 points to Ohio University.
Yeah, we gonna have a problem when you got to face a real Big Ten team here.
Exactly, exactly. And the first team to come in is gonna be Iowa, and
Yeah, I
that's the
mean that
blackout
ain't
game
gonna be
on a Friday night.
easy, but oh God,
That's the
yeah,
blackout game on
dude.
a Friday night. So we just hope that the fans will carry them to that win. That the energy will carry
Just
them.
give me another 34, 31, man. Come on, just come on, you
But
know.
they got some other games. Miami, Ohio, they just lost to Wisconsin in a close one. That was like 13-0, something
Hmm.
like that. Wisconsin doesn't even look that great either. And then Norfolk State, they just lost to Townsend, who they face in 2 weeks. They just lost to Townsend. Michael Vick is not a coach over there for those who may have forgot. So just very curious to see how Coach Vick is going to do in this first season. Obviously, didn't start off the way he wanted it to, but long season ahead.
Long season ahead, and you got a long tenure there, most definitely. That's
Yep.
somebody you can rely on to change the culture. I do wholeheartedly believe that. So I'm not going to take that one game right now as a. I'm going to take it with a grain of salt, if anything.
There you go. There you yeah, this weekend, man. Let's talk about the game.
Tell me, run through the line, dog. Go ahead.
All right, cool. Let's run through it. So first off, we got Texas and Ohio State.
At 12 o'clock.
We
Come on, man.
kicking it off right. We kicking it off
What?
right.
I-
We got Syracuse going to Tennessee, and this is a
That's
neutral
enough.
site.
I take that game too,
This
dude.
is in the
Yes.
neutral site. They down in Atlanta at the Mercedes-Benz Stadium. So that one's
Ooh.
gonna be a good
Oh
one.
yeah.
At 3:30, we got Bama going down to Tallahassee to see Florida State. The quarterback down there, he been talking a little greasy
Oh,
down
you
there.
talking hot, boy?
Yeah, he said that Bama defense, he said y'all don't got Nick Saban to save you no more. So I'm like, what's up with it, son? Like what we saying, yo? Thomas Castellanos, he just came from Boston College. He a little 5'11" quarterback. He's saying Bama not like that. I don't know. Yo, what your boys gonna do, Kyle? What your boys gonna do?
Run through him, boy. You better run through him. First
What
play of
the,
the game,
what
first play of the game. Run through him. I don't care. You better get a penalty. I don't care. That's no. Set the tone. You got to set the tone. Take the penalty. Set the tone. He want to talk high. Let's go. Let's
Yep.
go. That's what I
Okay.
would tell my boys on defense. Yo, run through everybody.
There you go. There you go. At 7:30, we got LSU and Clemson. That one's a big
That's
one.
gonna be you, boy.
Brian Kelly, coach of LSU, he's 3-10 against top 10 teams.
Yeah, probably about to be another 3-11. I ain't gonna sit here and hold you, my boy.
This right here is the battle for the real Death Valley because you know LSU's Death Valley, Clemson's Death Valley. Who's the real Death Valley? I guess we gonna have to see. We gonna have to see. K Klubnik is over there with Clemson. You know
Man, I
Dabo
got trust
Swinney.
in Cade, dog. I
Yeah,
got trust. I got a lot of trust in
he
Cade,
he
and even
tough.
Dabo as well too.
He tough. Yeah. I like that. I like that squad over there, man. On Sunday, we got Miami, Notre Dame. That one's gonna be a good one. How's Notre Dame gonna come back?
And that's what I need to know. How is Riley
Marcus
Leonard
Lee?
finna be?
Yep. What Marcus Leonard coming back with? I know he's still I think he still got Jeremiah Love over there too. So So they got themselves a nice one. And then North Carolina on Monday they hosting TCU, Bill Belichick's debut.
Yes, yo, damn. I actually forgot he was over there, yo.
Yeah,
Yes. I'm so interested to see him on that sideline. I'm gonna be looking out for him with my glasses like this. You know,
with
I'm so interested.
his cut up hoodie.
Yo, it's gonna be weird to see him in that nice baby
And that
blue,
baby blue,
dude.
right?
Cutting sleeves and whatnot. I mean, go ahead, Bill. Go do your thing. I wouldn't be surprised at how if that defense looks great, to be quite
Yeah,
honest with you.
yeah,
And
yeah.
obviously, it's gonna take a season. It's gonna take a season. It's
I'll
gonna
take a
take a
minute.
lot. It's gonna take some games to get there. But I'll be damned if I don't put all my chips on Bill Belichick to have North Carolina ready. And if depending on how long he's there for. We got 12 teams in the playoff now.
Yeah, yeah.
You can't tell me that they can't make a run.
Yeah,
You
no,
know,
they can make some noise, especially in the ACC. Yeah, they can make some noise for sure. But obviously the marquee game, Texas Ohio State. Everybody's talking about Arch Manning. We haven't even seen much of him. Like we've seen him in spurts, we've seen him in a couple games, but like those weren't games that we wanted to see him in. So like now we really get to see him in the game, and he's the Heisman favorite. Everyone's putting him at number 1 in the mock draft, even though I don't think that he's even coming out this year because the Manning family, they're old school.
nah, they gonna make him
They
run
gonna
through his
make him,
paces.
yeah, yeah. They gonna make him. I think they're gonna make him stay another year, especially this being his
I would.
first
I
year.
mean, I definitely would because of the fact that while you still got your reps and you got your a couple PT here and there over the last couple years. No, I need to see if you could carry a team right now, brother,
Yeah,
and
yeah.
like a top two team at that. You feel
They're
me?
number 1 actually.
Number one, exactly.
But yeah, going into Ohio State, going to the shoe, that ain't gonna be no
I
easy
I,
thing.
I want to know how he could if he can carry it on his back for a full 48 minutes.
Yeah,
That's what I need to see, and that's what I'm gonna be tuned in on that game on, especially against a defense like Ohio State, and
yeah.
even just an offense like Ohio State, high
Mhm.
powered, always been high powered. Come
Yeah,
on,
yeah, yeah. Now they got Julian Sand, who was a recruit with Alabama before Nick Saban had left. Once Nick Saban left, he had went over to Ohio State and sat for a year behind Will Howard. So yeah, man. This is the end of our episode, but yeah,
Goosey's
this
boy, I
weekend,
got
man,
Goosey. I can't wait.
we starting off with a bang. We starting off
Yes,
with a bang,
yes, we're gonna have
everybody.
to do a special episode of songs, all right? Just
Yeah,
because,
we might have
dude.
to. We might have to.
Yes.
But hey, I hope you guys enjoyed this one just as much as we did. Hey, enjoy this weekend. Next weekend, it gets even better.
It's up, boy. It's up and it's stuck. Yes, sir.
You already know. But till then, I'm your host, Cam Silver,
Your co-host Kyle Silver.
and this is the Silver Boys.
Thank you, thank you.